Hello, Minfilia. Oh, we got Ida.
Nice.
Nice.
Have you a moment, you two? I believe Ida wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She has not been herself since Moonbreeder's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast.
Give me 1 second. There. Oh, no. Yida. Well, this is the most downtrodden we've ever seen her. Hey, it's Gala and Northuta. Great. It's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? The thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this. Which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I can't face it at the moment. So I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Wrathfrost.
The fuck kinda early ARR quest is this?
I don't know. Hey, Papa William, are you doing okay?
Papa William, what's what he has to say? Aw, he's sad.
Yeah. Everyone's sad. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, jeez, yeah. Thancred's like moping
Thancred's
harder than usual.
Yeah, Thancred's definitely doing the slash lean.
Slash lean.
That's an emote. I think I have
I
it.
believe it. I believe it.
I don't have it.
Mahordahona.
Revenant's Toil. Mordona.
General
Mordona.
Grievous.
Speaking of, I always love seeing this one image that uses the location font where it's just Florida Publix.
Hello, Rowena.
And I'm not saying that because I live in Florida and go
Next
to a
to a
Publix. I don't even have to live. I don't even have to be next to it. It's just the supermarket. They're everywhere. Jesse? What are you doing here? I thought you weren't interested in still Stormblood.
Huh? What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinkets to trade?
I have... No, we are not trading you anything, you nasty, nasty woman.
Yeah, they've got you running errands now. Them scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the savior of Eorzea to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously, though, you'd best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the Chocobo stables next. Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? The Moon Daisy, was it? Here then, take it. Until that Ida lasts, I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. Gods knows she needs to. What a bitch.
Yeah. And
Like, I thought you were talking about... Is this actually a character that shows up in Stormblood?
Rowena? No, the Ironworks lady. Yeah, this is 100% supposed to be her.
Huh. bitch?
Yeah, no, Rowena's a bitch, and it sucks that she's the lady we have to go to anytime we want in-game gear.
Gross.
Ugh.
Sorry, the puff of darkness is riding on your head.
Yeah. I mean, it's not for me, but yeah, that's great.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Store. Hey, I just realized something. Where's my wife?
Where's your wife? Into the solar I go.
Into the solar.
The swoller.
Ta-ta. Okay, Minfu. Oh. We don't have to go to the solar.
Oh wait, we gotta
We gotta go to
we gotta go to
Yida.
Wrath Frost. We were fully went on
Oh,
autopilot.
shit.
That's amazing. Where is Wrath Frost? Are you doing a teleport?
No, I'm leaving. Hello,
Hello,
Ida.
Gida.
Rowena can be so annoying. She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again, and then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. What I mean to say is, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So, anyway, let's see it. Moon daisies are often hung to rafters, trees, or other elevated locations to represent the celestial body when performing holy rituals to the goddess Benfina during daylight hours. Benfina being the goddess of the moon.
Wow.
Moonbird, I love these things, you know? I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
Why are you here?
The song riseth to a crescendo.
You mispronounced that word.
I hate Midgard Somir.
Crescendo.
Oh, that's not
Bitch.
good.
That's a lot of dragons.
That's a lot of dragons.
That's a lot of dragons.
Is that what I think it is?
Hello, can you hear me? We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
I will pre-return.
Back again.
Torgal.
Oh, really? I can't go through the crystals? Fuck you.
That is lame.
Damn you, 10-year-old game engine.
That old, huh?
Older. Hello, aphid node.
My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moonbreeder's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Kurthus will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. Alphino awaits the arrival of the Ishgardian envoy.
Yeah, so do we all.
The envoy is here.
Is it Lucia? It is Lucia.
Thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries if I may. Certainly, you come with news of the Dravanian. Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago, and battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Emmerich himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. Is it reinforcements you seek, then? We do. Though it pricks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Emmerich would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well. I shall depart for Kurthus at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the grand companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Though I will gladly appeal to the grand companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can imagine how our plea will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the grand companies. In the event that your plea does receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. This is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Emmerich's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request. A personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgard-Sormr and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe.
I mean, I can bring him out. Do you want to talk to him?
Yeah. Thank you. You wear the mantle of hero well.
I mean, he won't say anything of importance, but he'll say something.
'Twould seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. This is Elfin. My bad. Seek me out when you arrive, you two. God. 3 characters is too much.
Yeah.
Like, I can handle bouncing back and forth between 2, but 3 is just...
I noticed you were giving Lucia a very distinct accent to, like,
I was trying to.
differentiate between 3.
Between her and Minfilia, because
Ooh,
I
hello.
didn't want to go... It's only really the one character who has the comedically French accent, and I want to keep just, if he ever comes back, just out of nowhere, get jarringly French. Damn.
The only French man in Ishgard, Lord Drillemont.
Uh-oh. Lord Drillemont. Something's happening. Some manner of civil war.
Heresy. Oh shit.
Oh, it's this chick.
I was right, it was heresy.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
That's not good.
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Alright. The two camp will drag on head.
Dragon head. Give dragon's head? I think I've made that joke every time we've gone there.
Yes, every time.
Every single time.
David boy. Damn, it is cold.
Oh man, you went there without me.
Yes, I did.
Bitch.
You can teleport yourself.
Alright.
There we go. Now she's actually on my head.
It seems I was the swifter, you two. You, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The memorings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot.
Away, my tiny floating dragon.
Dyspeptic Dragoon.
Yeah, that's a word. Heretic scum! How dare they meddle with our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. Yeah.
we need not fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine.
You doing okay, buddy?
Tenterhooked.
When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. Yeah. That's kind of what happens.
The Gates of Judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered. Alphabo.
Aphid boy.
Twould seem the heretic struck the first, and most telling, blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apology. We chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. And then you have learned of the heretic's treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders, and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Emmerich awaits you.
Alright.
Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do what we were bid and return to Camp Dragon. Lord Horschfont will know where Sir Emmerich means to receive her.
Lord Horseyfont.
Hello, Lord Horseradish.
"'Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of friends when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. But you do not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and would treat with you in the intercessory." I'm glad this third person also came to jump up onto the desk and speak with Horschfont.
Yeah.
We're starting a trend.
It's the desk talkers.
Yeah. It shows authority.
Greetings, ma'am. Shall I show you inside?
Hello. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. The peach lemonade. It's come back to bite me.
The peach limonade.
Thank God. I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for.
Yes, but we are but recently returned from the Gates of Judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience.
On the contrary, Master Alphado, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Estinians. How the fuck did they manage to get you?
Okay, so this is why you really wanted me to get through the Dragoon stuff.
Yeah, because the Dragoon stuff kind of ends questioningly. Like, how the fuck are you here and not in chains?
Yeah.
May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon?
An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons.
They are formidable warriors all. Yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal.
You sure? Because I beat his ass.
He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravanian. Who takes Estinian?
I'm gonna make him sound like a dick if I take him. So do with that what you will.
Give me a test run.
You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander.
Alright, you have a lot of characters that are in the same scenes. I'll take Estinian.
You can take him.
You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. If ever I was without equal, I am no longer, as my fellow Azure Dragoons here will attest. Be at ease, you two. I did not come to challenge you this day. Well, now that we all have been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. It would seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye.
Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history. Though once defeated by the hero Haldrath, the beast is said to have terrorized Kurthis since Ishgard's founding.
Aye. Many are the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldrath plucked from the bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. Oh god, right? I'm fucking... My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But through stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics. The dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years, the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time. That is especially true of the great worms, they who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours have passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates.
You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then?
Of that, we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravanians are like not to leave untested.
So it would seem. You have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander. Yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us?
I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons.
This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in the conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eosian Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war?
I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Kurthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garleans' arrival, that is. For you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Kurthus. They would not even have to draw steel.
An imperial province sharing a border with Mordona? 7 hells. Very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great Wyrm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the oncoming horde alone.
Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar... Allow me. Allow me, Sir Emmerich. Through the power of the Eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not. I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you. And the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice.
Then the Wyrm who roared?
Was Nidhogg. Aye. He means to hurl his horde against Danafin's collar and shatter the remaining walls that protect the city. There could be no doubt. The Wyrm has summoned his minions to war. Yes. Aphid, what's up, boy?
Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Emmerich was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude does, towards foreign cooperation, comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed.
slowly getting through it.
If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the antecedent. Okay.
Alright. I couldn't notice during voicing Emmerich that I was very slightly channeling Zavala.
There are worse things than channeling the late great Lance Reddick.
Guardian. No. Guardian. Yes.
Guardian.
Guardian. The darkness.
One of these days,
My
I'm
wife!
gonna straight up roll up to a D&D campaign with a character that's just Lord Shax. And it'll be great. I love Shax. He's so doofy, but also, like, scary.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. Hello, Minfilia!
Minfilia.
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
This is the last update where he voices Alphina, right?
Yep.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
All of these guys are about to change over,
Indeed.
aren't they?
The
Yeah.
main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes, we would be.
But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go. The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end. For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Alright, let's continue.
Hang on, I dropped a pin. I need to find it before I step.
No.
Give me a sec. Alright. I have bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. A small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support I leave to Alphino. For you, my friends, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of our own security. Revenant's Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Kurthis. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Pray brief Slaffborn on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might wing its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before you leave, might I suggest that you have Tataru accompany you? She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of the practical challenges we may encounter. Okay.
My wife.
Exit to the rising suns. Exit to the rising suns. Oh.
Speak with my wife.
My wife. Your wife.
Hello, Tataru. We are rather close to Kurthis, aren't we? We best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, you two. I've got 101 things to discuss with Slaffborn. Yeah, she's already going. So I'd like you to spread the word to the settlers and adventurers in town. Damn, didn't even wait for us. I appreciate the warning. If war is coming to Kurthis, then the toll must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding room for an infirmary, as well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I would return the favor. But as for rounding up volunteers for the fighting itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil. I am certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at this siege. That said, each adventurer is, of course, free to do as he or she will. I shall have a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf, and you might try your luck here in Revenant's Toll. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who will answer your call to arms. Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse.
Let's rouse that town.
Yep. Okay.
Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I'm not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I've survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard.
Oh, hello. Oh no. Right. Australian time. Ishgard sounds like she's in a right mess. But it ain't what I wanted to talk to you about. I need you to cast your mind back to that scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. A lad from Little Alamigo by the name of Wyrm was there with the Fourth that day. And I want to know if you've seen him since. Have you? Oh, God damn it. I've heard as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed him whole. But that ain't all. Around the time Will had stopped turning up for duty, them black market weapons went missing from our vault in Ulda. So now, of course, half of the brave suspect the lad of making off with the goods. Folk like to believe our company's a disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's no more than a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing that binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all, without in the steady pay. Now, compared to most others in this crew, Wilwood's a fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp amongst wolves. But the boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A guy like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And then, and this is just between you and me, mind, there's the fact that the lad wanted to tell me about something queer he noticed in the ledgers. Something about the Braves' numbers not acting up. Aye, there's a villain at the end of this trail I've stumbled on, and I'll bet me good eye it ain't young Willard. Anyway, you got a war to wage, so I'll let you get on. I just thought someone would know. I'll be seeing you two.
I don't know that we will. I have a feeling he's getting disappeared next. And I have a feeling Ilbert is not a good guy.
What makes you think that? Man who was voiced by Ansem Seeker of Darkness. Man, I hope we get to the second little Tataro quest. I hope that wasn't removed.
Angular Adventure.
Okay. Volunteer my services in the defense of Ishgard. I think not. The dragons claimed the lives of every one of my brothers. I do not mean to offer them mine. 'Twas to escape such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventure in the first place. I would sooner die in the pursuit of fortune than huddled behind an icy wall.
Well, damn.
Oh, shit.
I have a feeling I know
Upstairs,
how all these
upstairs.
are gonna go. Shit!
An austere adventurer.
How austere of them. Sell me blade to the Ishgardians. Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd slay me fair share if the coin was good. I worked for one of them knights before, you know. Watched me like a bloody hawk, he did. Still, I'd put up with worse than that for a heavy purse.
So, Ishgard seeks soul swords to bolster its ranks, eh? Though I'm not sure I like the sound of this siege, those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. But I have pledged myself the god Revenant's toll. Modest work though it is, I am loath to break the terms of my contract. Oh, what to do? Well, we got one solid answer.
Tataru!
Tataru! There you are, you two. So, did you sway any hearts? One or two, eh? Well, added to mine, that makes 3 or 4, not including Slothborn's friends. We won't have the largest company in the army, but I'd say one Revenant's Tool veteran is worth a dozen clanking knights at least. Oh, I've been so caught up with recruiting that I almost forgot. There's been word from Alpha now. Apparently the Alliance leaders are convening in Ul'dah to discuss Ishgard's plight. And they've requested your presence, as usual. Anyway, you'd best make your way to Ul'dah, or you'll be late. Alphino said that he would meet you on the Royal Promenade. Alright.
No joy. We're going to my favorite city-state.
Ah, it's Ul'dah! Yes.
Which one are we going? Which one's closest?
It would... What the fuck? This man is in a Winnie the Pooh costume.
The chamber roll. That's strange.
No, not visit another world. Get out.
You know, knowing some of the other servers in this game, Visit Another World feels like some kind of innuendo.
Oh yeah, like Chris on his porn server.
He got cleared, it's not his choice.
To be fair, that's not even the porn server. Porn server is like a... Oh god, what is it? Balmung.
That's the one that got internet coverage for making like a line of people to stop people from coming onto the server, right?
I think that's also the server that someone bought a billboard for a house.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yep. Delightful.
Yep.
My apologies for calling you away from your tasks. I had hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my urgent requests for an audience have prompted a gathering of the council. Needless to say, I felt obliged to attend. The Alliance leaders are already seated within. Let us join them, shall we?
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Brave's intervention.
Ul'dah has not.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alphino. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard, not when our own homes are still under siege.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Telegi Adalegi and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords? Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again. If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Uldar to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard. Your Grace?
Did you almost fall asleep?
Yes. Yes, of course.
What?
Do what you will.
Anonimo.
Huh. Interesting.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
How strange.
Yeah.
Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you have been conscripted into leading a contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable danger. But I fear we have been left with little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Horshfont and Sir Emmerich to their fate. We must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as Eorzea's guardians. Captain Hilbert, what news? And the assault has begun. We have but this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. Your unit will join House Durandare at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons alongside the knights and thin the Dravanian horde ere they descend upon Ishgard. I will join you as soon as I am able. Northerder, Gala, I would have you and your adventurer allies bolster the defenses at the Steps of Faith. Report first to Sir Marcelane at the Gates of Judgment, and he will direct you to where you are needed most. May the gods grant us victory.
Alright.
Camp Dragonhead. No. I already did it this episode.
Marceline.
Hello, Marceline.
You are the appointed captain of the sellsword contingent. Then welcome. There is no shortage of blade work to be done. As we speak, Dravanian skirmishing parties are harrying positions across the Central Highlands. I've assigned the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks, and for the present I would have you join them. This is of course merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper. The wily serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, but we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Temple Knights will remain on the Steps of Faith and continue our preparations. When the Horde arrives in force, they shall face a wall of Ishgardian steel. Report back to me once their advanced skirmishes are slain. Alright. They'll never see me coming. Oh. To be fair, I don't think I'll be able to see me coming. I can't see anything.
Yeah, same.
I don't even need to use magic.
Yeah. Just stab him.
A shishkada. Yeah. That's a couple of dead bluecoats.
Unfortunate. I guess this is where all the Crystal Braves die for them not be in the game and you to forget that they exist.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that was very telling when you were like, oh shit, I forgot he was here, which means that he's no longer there after a certain point. Hey look, it's that place where we fought the one guy.
Nope, that is far to the south.
Oh, the bridges just look the same? I'm
Yep.
an idiot.
That's... weird. Okay.
Where the fuck are we going? There's the wall!
Up! Up, apparently.
Hello, Downey Avis. We got this. No need for that noise.
Yes, we killed the first Horde Commander.
We've had one, yes.
What about the second Horde Commander?
Second Horde Commander. I knew that one. Oh, God.
Oh jeez, I don't have dual cast. Away on my weird ass horse.
I don't like that. Where did those come from? What's going on?
Wouldn't you like
The
to know,
purple
weather
bits.
boy?
Wouldn't you like to know? Can we go through the roof? Is that... Are we...
Yes, we can. Ishgarians have no need for roofs. That's why it's so fucking cold here. What news, adventurers? Reinforcements. Decimators, you say? Dravanian devils, damn their scaly hides. Hold fast to your grief and fury, my ladies. We will avenge the deaths of your fellows in the battle to come. Of course, we'll leave that for next time. Oh boy.